Now, since the news came out that the international travel could restart sometimes this year in Australia, everyone's been talking about vaccine passports. So in this video, we are going to cover everything we know so far about these vaccination passports and how they might work. First thing first, what is vaccination passport? So vaccination passport is basically a proof that you have been vaccinated against COVID-19 with approved vaccinations. You can carry around this vaccination passport with you, and if required, you can show it around to the places you might visit. That could include your workplace, a restaurant, a gym, a bar, or could be when catching a flight. From October onwards, Australian government will be rolling out these vaccination passports in Australia, and it will be available both in a digital format and in a physical printed format as well. And for international travel, it will be linked to your Australian passport. Now obviously there are benefits and concerns regarding these vaccination passports, so we'll discuss that now. First thing first, let's discuss the benefits. Now lots of countries have trialed it before, and one of the benefit is traveling without restrictions. So you basically can travel around without restrictions like quarantining and everything. At the moment, if you are coming to Australia, you need to do a 2-week hotel quarantine, which obviously is done in order to control the spread of COVID-19. So those sort of quarantine arrangements could go away if you have a vaccination passport, or there might be an option for home quarantining instead of doing it in a hotel. The next benefit is obviously visiting your local venues. So if you have been issued a vaccine passport, you could visit different places like pubs, restaurants, bars. Now obviously there are concerns in regards to these vaccination passports. Now one of the biggest concern is regarding discrimination, especially against the people who are not vaccinated yet. Now obviously people who are not vaccinated might feel that they are getting discrimination against because they can't visit some of these premises or businesses. Then we have a privacy concern as well, where people feel that they will have to show these vaccination passport every place they visit. That intrudes into their privacy. And last but not the least is the scams. A lot of scammers are obviously watching out this as an opportunity to make money and to scam people. Now let's talk about how these vaccination passports might work in Australia. So at the moment, Australian government is in talk with other countries to work out which vaccines will be recognized once they start opening up their borders for international travel. Now obviously there are lots of vaccinations available at the moment against COVID-19, and some of these ones are recognized in Australia already. So Australian government is working out those vaccinations, which ones could be recognized for traveling purposes in Australia. At the moment there is no official update on which vaccines will be approved apart from the ones that are already been approved in Australia. At the moment, vaccinated Australians can already access digital certificates through MyGov account or through the Express Plus Medicare app. And soon those digital certificates will be linked to the Australian passports as well. Now Australia is also trialing a home quarantine system as well. This is being trialed at the moment in South Australia, and soon other states might trial the same as well. Now Australia is in talks at the moment for opening up their international borders and allowing some international travel with these countries before the end of the year. So some of these countries they are in talks with at the moment are UK, US, Canada, Singapore, some European countries and Fiji. And it has been reported that international travel could start with these countries before the end of the year. And now with vaccine passports, Australians could soon be able to travel overseas, and Australians who are overseas can come in larger numbers once these vaccination passports are in place, and once Australia reached that 80% vaccination mark. New South Wales Premier Gladys Berejiklian has already mentioned that at 80% double dosed of New South Wales residents means that they will open up Sydney Airport for international travel. Although this might be a great news for international travel, especially for Australians, but it obviously brings us a hope that there is a possibility that international students and other visa holders could start coming back in Australia. And Tourism Minister Dan Dean has mentioned this week that once Australia reached that 70 and 80% mark, Australians will be able to travel overseas again, and Australians will be able to return home in larger numbers. And he also added that we will also be able to start welcoming international students and those who want to come to work, and ultimately tourists as well. So that's obviously a very positive news, but it is more likely that international students and other visa holders could be coming back sometime next year onwards. That's obviously in my personal opinion. Now, New South Wales government will be the first in the country to trial these vaccination passports, especially when visiting local venues like bars, restaurants and pubs. Trial will run for a couple of weeks in October, and if it's successful, more freedoms will be given to the people who are already vaccinated. So this is how these passports might work within Australia as well. So for international students, obviously these vaccination passports and the news regarding international travel can obviously bring some sort of positivity, and especially with the launch of these vaccination passports and the talks regarding international travel means that Australia is moving forward with their plan for reopening their international borders sometimes in the near future. And moving forward, it seems like vaccination passports will be the thing, especially until the COVID-19 is around. Although it is important to remember, at the moment there are no fixed dates for international travel in Australia as yet. As soon as we hear any update, we'll make sure we keep you posted with that. So make sure to subscribe to the channel, and if you do find any value in the video, please like and share it with your friends as well. And as always, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.